Just Chill still invites me to the party. I have attempted to join the party. I cannot join your party, Just Chill. I apologize. There is also an issue that I might not be able to join that party if you only have the classic version of the game. That is a possibility. So, since people are watching, I might as well demonstrate what I am talking about. If you go to Act 2 through the map, there's this little girl. Her name is Squirt the Peddler. You go to Squirt the Peddler, you go to Miscellaneous, and then you purchase Hellfire Ring and a Hellfire Amulet recipe for 5 million. Those are for level 70 items. And then you can equip a Hellfire Ring and a Hellfire Amulet on a level 1 character. Hellfire Ring has a 45 experience boost and level 70 stats. So when you put on a Hellfire Ring on your character, and then if you go to your blacksmith, if you've done a few bounties, right, you can craft level 23 Kane's Memory Set, which gives you a boost of a 50% experience, right? So if you craft, you can open the vault. I will enter the word vault shortly after the explanation. So the ideal setup is, not ideal, but a very good setup for leveling with me in the rifts is this. You get a Leoric's crown with a ruby in it. As high a ruby as you can craft. This, because it boosts your experience, and Leoric's crown boosts the experience that you get. So you get Leoric's crown, and you get legs, hands, and feet for Kane's Memory Set. That gives you another 50% experience boost. Leoric's crown doubles your gem experience boost. You get that, and then you get the Hellfire Ring, which you can get on level 1 character. If you don't have Leoric's Signet, that is fine. If you have those items equipped and you run through the rift with me, I haven't tested it yet. I haven't found somebody to test it with, but I think that so one thing is true, is that Gem of Ease in the weapon is a party-wide bonus. I tested that, it works. So I have a level 101 Gem of Ease, which gives 5,500 experience per kill, which gets multiplied with the difficulty. So if you get multipliers, oh, pardon me, I have to change the, don't hit anything yet, just stand still. Stand still, do not hit anything. I need to change my setup. So, boom. Setup is switched. Okay, we can go back in. There is a cool item which is called Armory, where you can memorize the sets. Okay, we got people are in the vault. Okay, Meki, enjoy all the gold in the world. Boom. Millions of gold are being gotten by the new player Meki. His mind is blown because it's his first seasonal character. I don't know if he's been on Torment 16 Rift before, but let us assume that he has never experienced such a thing. And there are goblins in piles of gold, and there is 63, almost 64 million gold being brought into Meki's stash. And he's like, holy shit, what is happening? I'm getting achievements and I'm getting as much gold as I ever dreamed of. I wish I had that many dollars in my bank account. Thanks, Meki. I wish so too, believe me. Oh me, oh my. Alright, here is a whole bunch more gold. There is 76 more million gold because we're on Torment 16, because Asylum Mystical was generous enough. And the goblin is trying to escape, but no cigar because my damage is way too freaking high. The rent is too damn high, and the damage is also way too damn high, and if you got that meme, then you are possibly older than Meki. Because if you know who Jimmy McMillan is, and you know about this man with glorious mutton chops, you know the meme that I am referencing. Yes, indeed. Meki is the 1%. He has gotten the 1% achievement. Because he is so filthy rich after doing just one vault. And here we go.
I cannot join you.
And here we go. I don't know if Meki has ever been in this location, but there is an enormous freaking ruby or whatever inside of the room, and there is a fat lady sitting. Well, I don't know if she can be considered a lady. It is certainly a thing to behold. And we are using our skills on her. Oh, jeez. That sounded kinky. We're using our skills on her. Boom. And this, my dear viewers, is Geed. And Geed is now dead. So, there's an enormous chest. And inside of that chest is some good loot. So, we have 1 minute to pick up the loot. After that, the vault will close. Get your loot. Meki, tell me, have you ever been in the vault before? Have you ever been in the vault before? Your money problems are solved for the fundamental building blocks of the season. You are welcome. This is what vault is for. If you don't have your Twitch set up, type in a message in chat in Diablo 3. Do you have it set up or no? Or have you ever been in the vault? Meki. Is it? Okay, this is his first vault. Alrighty then, I might just make a separate video out of that. And post it on YouTube because it's fun. So, since this is Meki's first vault, and now he is the 1%, there is certainly something else we can do to blow Meki's mind. And what we are going to do with Meki is we are going to go into an ancient vault. So since he's watching, I'm just going to go ahead and show this. Meki, there is a regular version of the puzzle ring. And there is also an ancient version of the puzzle ring. The vault, the regular vault, is opened with a regular puzzle ring. If you put in an ancient puzzle ring into the Kanai's cube, you will open an ancient version of the vault. And it is truly glorious. And that is why... That is right. That is right, chat. I am going to open the ancient vault for Meki, the new Rarugu Comrades buddy. Now, Mystico and Meki, I implore you, if you find the puzzle ring and we are in the party, please share it with me. Gimme, because I need the rings in order to share the joy of Diablo with people who have not experienced it. So, for the first time ever, Meki is going to go into an ancient vault. And what is the ancient vault? Well... that is the ancient vault. It is a vault full of loot and full of goblins. So let us go ahead and just unload on the goblins. Unload on them and make sure that Meki is set with loot for the rest of the season in some way, shape, or form. We're just casting our skills, killing treasure goblins. The gold is falling. There are treasure goblins by the door. They are trying to escape. but they are unable because my damage is really, really high. We're going to open the door and we shall proceed. If you look at the mini-map in the top right corner, there are a whole bunch of goblins and they are dying. We have a gelatinous sire. Lag incoming. Because there's going to be an enormous amount of loot on the screen. Because I am killing all the goblins in the vault for Meki. Meki is going to have his mind blown because, well, not everybody gets to experience what it's like to be in an ancient vault. I will continue going through this because they are just busy picking up the loot and I am busy giving them what they want out of this game, which is loot, swag, experience, and enjoyment. Oh yes. Oh yes, we're getting the ancient vault for them. Alright, so if you look on the map of the ancient vault, there's a whole bunch of legendaries. Meki and Mystico are now filthy rich with items. Congratulations. Do not open the boss. Do not start the boss up. Go back, pick up the items, organize your inventory, take your time. There is a whole bunch of loot on the map. This is the difference between the regular vault and the ancient vault. Ancient vault is full of goblins. And also, Geed drops more items in the ancient vault. This is why gambling rings end game is very beneficial. And also using Kanai's cube to craft rings. If your character is decked out, if you think you can no longer improve items quickly by finding them, and you're using Kanai's cube to recraft your legendaries, then one of the ways to boost your item finding speed is through Kanai's cube and looting the rings. Here's what you do. When you find Kanai's cube, you go and you use a recipe called Hope of Cain. And after you gambled some rings and you got some rare rings after gambling them at Kadalas, you use that to get a legendary ring. And that can get you a puzzle ring. You can craft them. However, I highly recommend that you only do this after you have gambled the items you want for your character to be powerful enough to carry a party in Torment 16, the way I'm doing now. Then you should spend your shards on something else, and this is one of those things, to get the puzzle rings. Because that will not only help you get good gear, it will help your party members get good gear. And, yeah. It's a good tactic for a team game. So, there it is. Geed on Torment 16 is dead. And she drops more legendaries out of the Ancient Vault box. Alright? If you like what you're watching, and you have not followed my channel yet, on YouTube or on Twitch, help me out and do so. Alright, we have Traveler's Pledge. We have a good Traveler's Pledge with physical skills, dealing % damage, critical hit damage, and intelligence. You can re-roll, I repeat, you can re-roll intelligence into critical hit chance and have full elemental Traveler's Pledge. So, if you use Stone of Jordan, which has a property that says each of your elemental damage bonus is equal to your highest static elemental bonus skill, you get this. If you look at the character sheet, because I have cold damage on my Hellfire, cold damage on my Lakumbas, and cold damage on my Stone of Jordan, all of my elemental damages have 53% damage multiplier. So, if you use the Endless Walk set together with the Stone of Jordan, it is a very strong combination. Here you go. And since it's elemental damage plus both critical hit chances, you could use it for every character. Every single character from every single class. You can have the items. Here you go. So, Meki. Oh, and of course, I got Nemesis Bracers. So, putting Nemesis Bracers in your Kanai's Cube is important. Especially this season. In fact, I also have Flavor of Time. Nemesis Bracers plus Flavor of Time in Kanai's Cube. Oh, Meki's watching. So, Meki, if you're watching the stream, I'm dropping those items for everyone. So, you can have them and you can use them. If you do not know what Kanai's Cube is, Zoltan Cool will get you a quest to get Kanai's Cube. So, if you... I don't know if you have... if you ever used Kanai's Cube. Since you're watching, I can just explain it, right? Kanai's Cube is the item that Zoltan Cool gives you a quest to find. When you find Kanai's Cube, you can use the Archive of Tal Rasha's recipe to extract, the properties and equip them, and they will be permanently on your character. Not permanently, I'm sorry. Those properties, you can switch them around and alter your builds. And this season, the difference between this season and every other season is that you get an extra item slot. Normally, you just have weapon, armor, and jewelry slot. They've added one more item slot, which enabled extremely strong builds. And when I say extremely, I mean it is extreme. Because, well, an extra item slot is an enormous boost to what your character can do. So, you can get Kanai's Cube in Act 3, Ruins of Sescheron. You need to search for it, you need to find it. Are you going to pick up those items, Meki? Let's see, what did he type? You should be able to pick them up. Okay, which ones why not? I mean, we just found them in the vault. There has to... Wait, is your inventory full? Is your inventory full? Because that could be one of the reasons. If it's full, you need to free up the inventory. You have space? That is strange. Why can't you pick them up? I can see that all of them show that we can all pick up. Okay, let's take Traveler's Pledge. It says Meki, Rarugu, and Mystico can pick them up. There is a 2-hour limit. That would be strange. So the only restriction that I am aware of is that when you find the item, right? There is a 2-hour time limit. Like, so you have to be in a party to be able to share the item that you find. And there is a 2-hour limit. Now that ticker stops when you log out of the game. If I would play for another half an hour and then log out and then play tomorrow. Yeah, Mystico is saying what I'm saying now, right? You can share it, you can pick it up. It says here that you can pick it up and you should be able to pick it up. All of those items. So
Like you could use a new item of,
it is.
see you soon. See you soon. See you soon.
Overburdened.
Yeah, I do not know why Mickey is unable to pick him up. Can somebody in the chat tell me? Maybe. Well, if Mickey cannot pick them up, Asylum, you can have it. Mystico, I mean, you can have it, because this is... So, I will wait for 60 seconds. If within 60 seconds those items are not picked up, I will pick them up and I will salvage them. If you want to use them, you should pick them up and you should use them. Okay.
You look like you could use a new item of, wow, isn't that nice?
I cannot afford that.
All right. Yep. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get a better gazing demise. Okay. So Mickey. Your gold problem is now solved, I think. Well, if I make a video out of this, if I edit it and make and post that on YouTube, then this is the demonstration of what you can do in a party. If you're joining the game, if you're playing Diablo 3 and you're part of the clan, and there are members of the clan that can help you out, and you would like to explore the game and do it a little quicker without having to, scour for items too long. Yeah, you can play the campaign, and campaign is fun, and I've played through the campaign. Thank you very much, Mickey, for this, right? Thank you for giving me a shout out. So, if you, well, let me back up a little. I've played through the campaign with every single class just to see the story and how the characters interact. So I know what it's like. Now, the quickest way to level is with a good team, with a good party. They can get you the gear and experience. Once you're at level 70, you can explore the skills. If you're new to the game, if you're new to gaming in general, to just RTS genre, and you decided to pick up Diablo 3, I recommend that you do play through with a character solo so that you get the hang of the skills. So since Mickey is a little new, I will go ahead and mention something that many people might not know. If you go to options gameplay, select show advanced tooltips. It should be enabled. Elective mode should also be enabled. Elective mode will allow you to move the skills whichever way you want. There is only one restriction: certain skills cannot be bound to left mouse button. Elective mode allows you to move the skills around between buttons very easily and quickly. That's, well, Meki he joined the stream. He's a follower. So let me check if he's watching. Meki96, he is in the chat. He is in the chat, so I'll continue this, right? If you do elective mode, and that will enable you to move the skills around. That's one thing. Secondly, advanced skills mode, that shows you details of the skills. If I actually go and deselect show advanced tooltips, this is what the skills look like. You don't see many details at all. But if you go to options and enable show advanced tooltips, it actually gives you details and percentages into what damage the skills do and how they do the damage. It is extreme. It's useful for building up your character with every single class. If you go to details tab in your inventory, you can hover over the skills and see what each one of them does, right? This is very helpful for figuring out how to build a strong character. And I can say so very well because within 4 days of the season, I can solo Greater Rift 104. All right? And I was on the leaderboards earlier on. I just stopped pushing because I care about the newer members of the community and I want people to level up and get through the newcomer bump a little bit quicker, right? Otherwise, I would be pushing Greater Rifts. Okay. So, as an introduction, that I think is pretty good. Rare Taco, hello there, buddy. All right. So when we play later, if you want to play later, what I would like, if possible, and if you're generous enough, if you find a puzzle ring, gimme, save puzzle rings in your inventory. And if you want to do them on Torment 16 with me later, we'll do them. We'll go through the vaults and you won't miss a goblin, hopefully. Alright, so Meki's gold problem is now resolved and his loot problem is now resolved. Man, I'm getting friend requests left and right. People are watching. Holy cow. Well, I still have some spots on my friends list. Mystico. Oh, baby. Alright. Alright. Peachy, groovy, fantastic. Okay. So, that's an interesting, I hope, demonstration of how to solve your starting loot problem and why joining a community and being a part of the group is so much more empowering. Okay. Now that that's done with, and we're done with the regular vault and the ancient vault, and Meki is all pimped out, let's continue with getting gear. Alright, we got... Okay, let me see here. Let's see, what is the message? Torment 16 leeching. Okay, so, power leveling chat. Boom. 1 slot open. 1 slot open if you want to join and get some gear. You go right ahead. Send a request. Well, geez, he saw that, but he could not right-click on my name, could he? Nah, he could. All right. I would appreciate if you view this on Twitch. Raise the viewer count. Alright, I'm actually gonna type that to him. Okay. Here we go. Building up that viewer count. Hopefully. I mean, if I'm leveling you, you could view me a little bit, right? Follow. And by the way, Meki, if you want to play together, I will be doing this later. For sure. I mean, you're part of the clan now, so you know, when you hop on, I'll turn up the stream, or when I am streaming, if you hop on and we'll play together, I'll talk about how one can build a character easily, right? A character that can do at least Torment 16. In fact, since there are 4 people watching, right? It is more than enough for me to talk about it. So I'll just start the spiel. Just drink a little bit of coffee. And get that going. So, I have already spoken about the enabling of fundamental tools within the game options, the elective mode, and showing advanced tooltips. Elective mode allows you to swap the skills easily, and you can tell what I'm clicking and how I'm clicking it, right? So I'm using both hands on the right and the left, on, like, you know, left hand and right hand, because there may be people who are playing this game one-handed, right? I'm using the left hand for keys 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm not just randomly smashing them. I am using those skills to the best of my ability to basically boost myself up, get the buffs. Get yourself a setup of skills that synergize with each other. A concept of synergy is something that has been there since the days of Diablo II. Synergy is what is referred to as synergy is the combination of skills that benefit each other, right? So, for instance, an example of synergy is this. I am using Soul Harvest, which increases my intelligence and increases my armor by a percentage, right? It multiplies my intelligence. I also am using Gruesome Feast, which multiplies my intelligence for 15 seconds and can stack up to 15 times. Right now, I have no stacks. My intelligence is 9,899 because I have the Sacred Harvester in my cube. It says that I can stack Soul Harvest up to 10 times. This is synergy between items and skills. So I can boost my armor. So if you go into the character sheet, here, armor, it says reduces all damage taken from the same from the enemies that are the same level as you are. I can double my armor, right? Multipliers are good. So I boost my intelligence. Intelligence, if you hover over this, it says increases all damage, and it also raises resistances. So 100 intelligence is 10 all resistance. So because I can multiply my intelligence up to about 17,000, I get plus 700 all resistance on this witch doctor. This is due to using one passive properly. Gruesome Feast, very strong, right? So right now my damage is 1,300,000. As we're killing mobs, if I am fully boosted, I will open up my character sheet again and show how this works. Okay, I got procced. I might actually die here because I'm focused on talking and not on looking at the mobs. Okay, we got 3 stacks. We got 4 stacks. Actually, with 4 stacks, my intelligence is 14,000. With 4 stacks and not full soul harvest, I'll try to get to 4. I try to get to 5 stacks and of Gruesome Feast and Soul Harvest. Let's see if we get a little lucky. Bracers. Next. So I'm talking about synergy between skills and items. When you build a character, what you need to aim for is this synergy, right? So another example of synergy in this particular build that I am using, which I've came up with myself, right? Because it's true for every single character and every single class. There is a ring right here. A ring of emptiness. It says you deal 275% increased damage to enemies affected by either your haunt or locust swarm. So I'm using haunt with poisoned spirit rune because it says haunted enemies take 20% more damage. So that is a percentage multiplier. This is also a percentage multiplier. So when I am doing a higher difficulty, greater rifts, I am haunting up the enemies and then I cast Spirit Barrage. Right? Because that triples my damage. More than triples my damage. That's synergy. So that's what you should go for on every single character, which is what Blizzard actually has been doing with the game. Is they're changing up the way the items work. They add damage percentage to items. So okay, I found a good mercenary item. As of Johan, chance on hit to pull enemies toward your target. It's a low roll and slow them. So if you have that on your mercenary, when you are soloing a rift, a greater rift, it pulls the enemies in and then you burst them. So that's a very good item to use. Here's some set items for other classes which you can use. Hack. Hack is a good crusader item. On hack, if you reroll intelligence into a socket, that works very well. Alright? So
I have gained an ally. Suppose we become stronger.
Ancient Legendary Mojo. Well, it's an ancient mojo. It has a lot of stats. So there we go. Okay. So, this introductory spiel on synergy, I hope, will help Meki to build a character of any class. So go for this. And Kanai's Cube, when you get the Kanai's Cube, you can see what synergies you can build, right? You combine the items to give you benefit. So for this particular build that I'm using Nemesis Bracers, because this season Nemesis Bracers has got enormous value. It's always been good because you can get elite packs from pylons, and in fact when you're doing greater rifts, searching for champion and elite packs is what you need to do in order to get the purple orbs from them. So here you pop the power pylon because Nemesis Bracers pop up the pack, and the power pylon gives you a damage boost. This in Greater Rift is a lot, right? So Nemesis Bracers allow you to improve monster density and rift quality. That is the purpose of that item. It's very strong. The amulet that I dropped earlier called Flavor of Time, it makes the pylon effects last twice as long. There is a pylon, a power pylon, which is called a Dimensional Shield, if I remember correctly. And Dimensional Shield with the Flavor of Time in your inventory or in your Kanai's Cube slot allows you to have invulnerability for 2 minutes, which means you can go hyper aggressive on the monsters and you can push that Greater Rift further. That is the power of this combination of Flavor of Time plus Nemesis Bracers. That's another powerful synergy that you can go for. So that's an option. If you do not have the Flavor of Time, Squirt's Necklace, an amulet that improves your damage by up to 100%, and then it can cause you to take more damage. It still is a good option because doubling your damage is really good. Just chill. If you're watching, thank you very much for being a part of the stream, but I will not break up the party. It is a full party, and we are leveling on Torment, or they are getting gear on Torment 16. There is zero reason for me to break up the party. Like I said, and well, for my viewers, once again, if I reach a point ever with the streaming where I have a lot of viewership, and well, by a lot I mean at least decent viewership, and maybe I have a subscriber button available. If I have a subscriber, which means it's a person that gives me means of sustenance for my channel, for my website, and just for my livelihood, then I will make amends and I will give more attention, time, and effort to the person that decides that they are willing to get me a cup of coffee once a month. So yeah, otherwise I will not accept this. If also, I think, just chill, there is an issue. You might not have the expansion. I do not know why I could not join your party before. I attempted to make a party with you in the party, but I couldn't. For whatever reason, I could not join. The game gave me an error, and I have elected not to restart the game because I already have the full party going. So another example of, I'll go back to talking about synergy a little bit. As far as this character is concerned, right? Lakumba's Ornament. It says reduce all damage taken by 6% for each stack of Soul Harvest. So Sacred Harvester stacks up to 10 times now instead of 5. It doubles the effectiveness of this item. It makes me have 60% damage reduction. Damage reduction is rare to find, and it is really good. There is one particular rule that I use while playing Diablo 3 that I tell to people when they ask me about making a build and how to make. Alright, here's a weapon that I'm using on my character, which you can reroll and maybe use on your witch doctor if you wish. Here you are. The rule that I tell people, which is easy to remember, if you're dead, you can't deal any damage. Alright? If you want to be efficient, if you want to play well, it is better. It is better to learn how to play defensively and not die first and then go aggressive, right? The way you do it is you see, okay, you start testing out your build, and then you go, okay, can I survive this damage? Can I survive this damage? If you feel like your life bar is barely moving and you can be more aggressive, start by changing your passives. Once your Paragon is high enough, you might be able to afford not having vitality on your weapon and get like an attack speed, right? Because after Paragon 800, you can finagle with the attribute and change your primary stat that deals damage into vitality, right? You finagle, you twist around your offensive skill or your offensive stat and your defensive stat, and just putting a little bit into vitality can be the difference between being able to get through the rift and not getting through the rift. So if Blizzard will not make this a permanent feature where there are 4 slots in the Kanai's Cube for Meki, if you're still watching, right? Oh my gosh, wait, is that... Oh, come the heck on! Wait, why did I think it was a Primal Ancient? I thought I saw a red glow. I thought I saw a red glow, but I didn't. I thought it was a Primal Ancient. I'm sorry, I got overexcited. I got excited over nothing here. Yeah. So pick the items in the Kanai's Cube that work together, right? Manage your survivability and your damage. There are some multipliers that are hard to miss that will push you 10 to 20 rifts above what you could do, right? And I'll talk about them after I do a little bit more. Okay, 5. Right. Am I fully boosted? Yes, I am fully boosted. Okay, I have 17,800 experience. I'm sorry, 17,000. Oh, yeah, 17,818 intelligence. When I am fully boosted with Soul Harvest and Gruesome Feast. I hope people saw that. It was close to 18,000. And my character sheet damage, I didn't pay attention to it, but let's see if I can get boosted enough again with health globes. Right? If I can get boosted enough with health globes. Okay, 1 health globe, 5 health globes. My character sheet damage is nearly 3 million. Nearly 3 million character sheet damage. There are some buffs from the party members, but it is about 2.8 million damage when I'm playing solo. Like right now, with Gruesome Feast, right now it's over 3 million. My damage is over 3 million. Somebody boosted my damage. Normally, right? This is Gruesome Feast. Let's just watch, right? When Gruesome Feast expires, it drops down to 12,000 primary stat. When Soul Harvest expires, it drops down to about under 10,000. I'm sorry that you all died, but this is for the cause, right? The cause is to see my character damage went from about, well, this is Soul Harvest being active. This is you without the Sacred Harvester. This would be about the level of boost that I would get, right? So without the buffs of the skills that synergize with your character, right? The difference between 10,000 and 18,000, this is about 80% more primary stat in terms of damage. So if you would read this sheet when I am fully boosted, it would state increases all damage for witch doctors and wizards by 17,000%. And this is how I can do like Torment 100 plus. Because I have synergy between Sacred Harvester and Gruesome Feast. 2 items. So Meki, right? When you are building your character, whichever character you're building, right now you're working on a Demon Hunter. I forgot the name of the ring for the Demon Hunter. Maybe somebody in the chat can explain or remind me. There is a ring for the Demon Hunter that boosts your vault or your survivability when you vault, right? So if you vault is a good skill for movement speed, for survivability. Mobility and survivability are very tightly intertwined. If you are mobile, you can be more aggressive because you can dodge damage, right? This is why Spirit Walk for Witch Doctor is one of the most needed and used skills over other things, right? You also need to have it in order to keep up with your party members. Mobility is very important for survivability. So for Demon Hunter you have a skill which is called Vault, and there is gosh, is it a quiver or is it a belt? I forgot. There is a property that you can get for a Demon Hunter when you're building synergy. It says you can cast Vault twice after after using Shadow Power or something else. You can, I forgot, right? You can cast Vault twice. Actually, let me, I'll finish the rift. I'll finish the rift first and then I'll talk about it. We're very close to getting to the boss. And then I'll keep talking while people are dealing with their loot. Don't go into the poison, you will die to the tick damage. Oh, there we go! Shield Pylon! Right? Boom! I have 2 minutes worth of invulnerability. Right? Shield Pylon with Flavor of Time. Without Flavor of Time, you get 1 minute. With Flavor of Time, you get 2. So, you can be so aggressive with this. You can just run through the trash mobs and kill the elite packs, right? You can also congregate the enemies and not worry about dying, right? So my teammates' timer will expire in a few seconds while mine will be active for another minute, right? They can't afford to be this frivolous with their positioning while I can do it for an extra minute, which is why Flavor of Time plus Nemesis is so important. Okay, so Meki, we're gonna try something here. First of all, I found Flavor of Time. Here is Flavor of Time. You can use it in the cube if you want. If you can pick it up, I don't know. We're gonna try something here. Meki, I'm gonna trade you. Where are you? This player cannot trade right now. Meki, right here. Is your inventory open? The player is busy and cannot trade right now. Leave your inventory. I think that if you're in your inventory, you cannot trade. There's something that's happening that does not allow me to trade with you. It says you're busy. Can you... Okay, right click on me and see if you can trade with me. You still cannot pick up. Alright, Meki. Meki, come up here. Come up here to the cube. To where I'm standing. Well, right now I might be far. I might be far. Come up here. Right, it says I am busy. Okay, can you pick this up? Can you pick this up? Try to pick it up. Can you? You cannot. Damn it. That's unfortunate. So, I don't know why you cannot pick up the items. It says here clearly that you should be able to pick it up. Ramaladni's gift is one of the most valuable finds you can have.
Explain why.
I was about to. So, here is why. Normally, if you look on a weapon, on the weapon you have typically 4 primary properties and 2 secondary properties. In order for your weapon to be worthwhile using, it needs to have a socket. So this Woo's Juicer that I have, it rolled decent damage. So that's another thing that you might find useful. If you hold a control button, if you're using, when you're doing it on PC, right? When you hold a control button, you can see the ranges of attributes that are rolling on an item. If you get an item with both stats, your weapon with your primary stat and vitality, you can re-roll the attribute that is not needed into damage percentage, which translates into weapon damage directly. Weapon damage is, in vast majority of cases, the most important stat on a weapon, and then you can do weapon damage percentage, right?
That sounds complicated.
When you roll this, right? When you get that, Ramaladni's gift allows you to have that extra boost to skill or to weapon damage, and then you just add a socket to a weapon. Okay, I just read online that if you are brand new to the game, it takes a couple of days for your account to be fully set up. In the meantime, you cannot trade gear with other users. Thank you very much, Mystico. You know, while this was happening, I thought about this. I was remembering this, but thank you for confirming it in the chat. Okay, in this case, Demon Tunes, are you watching? Or actually, Mystical, have I given you a Ramaladni's gift already? Have you gotten a Ramaladni's gift? Mystical, if you are, or if I have not given you Ramaladni's gift, let me know. If I have not, I will give you Ramaladni's gift. If I have, and Demon Tunes is watching, Demon Tunes, if you are watching, type something. And if you're watching me right now, I don't know if you're a follower or not, but if you're a follower and you're watching online, I will give you Ramaladni's gift. Okay, no, as in I have not given you Ramaladni's gift. In this case, you don't have one yet. Okay, Mystico. Oh, come on, buddy. Mystico, congratulations, you got yourself a Ramaladni's gift. This will literally push you a few rifts, a few greater rifts ahead. And this is what Rarugu Comrades bloody get. He's not part of my clan, but he is a viewer and he's a follower. And if you want to play Diablo 3, and if you want benefits that other players do not get, you know, if you follow me, I will do this for you. I will give you items that are otherwise hard to acquire, because I love this game and I am generous. Okay, I'm generous once I'm set up. First, I would like to get set up myself, because I can't get generous, I can't be generous if I don't have things to be generous with. But now that I'm set up, you know, after 3 days of grinding, here's some useful items too. I do have my own 4 Ramaladni's gifts. So if I want to alter my characters, I can do that. It's difficult to find those, but once you do, you know, you can do this. And that's what I will do for my comrades, for my community.